Oh, what's up, YouTube? How's it going? I'm back again for another random video. I thought I'd make this video while I'm driving, while I got some free time alone. So I recently rented out a room in my place, and some things you just don't think about when you're renting. Another thing that no one ever talks about is renting to family. I'm currently renting to a family member, and no one talks about it on YouTube. Everyone always talks about renting a room, not just to a family member. As a family member, they act like they need special privilege. They're a little bit more entitled because they know you personally. It's okay if I eat a little bit extra here or take a little bit extra here. No big deal. Instead of like offering to throw you money when they should. Another thing I never thought of while living with somebody is their smell. Whether you live with an old person, a young person, a male or a female, you are gonna have their smell in your house. Something a lot of people don't really consider. So they spray perfume or something you don't like, or they cook something you don't like, your house is gonna stink like that. That was a big thing. It is a big thing, and I never thought about that. And it's either something you get used to or you don't get the extra money, right? And don't have a tenant or whatnot. Another thing is when you're trying to sleep, they can be up at all hours of the time, going to the bathroom. The bathroom's right near my door. I never really thought of that. So anytime they use the bathroom, I hear it, and my door makes like a little weird sound when you close it, and I'm trying so bad to fix that sound, but it's like the door itself is rubbing on the hinge, like the molding around the door. So just the wood rubbing against each other, right? So there's no working away that's just the way the house over time shifted or whatnot. So unless you redo the whole door or I take it off and try to sand it, blah blah blah, it's a nightmare. You can't just WD-40 wood. It's not going to go away. The sound will not go away. So there's that. So yeah, you're trying to sleep, you go to bed early. Maybe this person works a different schedule than you, so they're up at different times. That's another thing you got to consider. Sharing a bathroom. I only have one bathroom in my house, though it's a 4-bedroom house. So, back in the olden days, they had more time to screw than anything else, so they made lots of bedrooms. So there's that. I had a few other gripes here I'm trying to remember. And then you got to share your living space on top of that. You got to share your kitchen. You got to share your fridge, freezer. Yeah, living with someone is a lot different versus just renting out a space, like renting out a house to them, and you not being there, right? You just rent out your house, do whatever you want. Oh yeah. Now that I remember, wear and tear. So yeah, to finish my story, sorry. So sharing your living space, they might ask to use this and that. So you can say yes or no, right? Get your own room, get your own stuff. Or I can say keep all your stuff in your room that you rent off me, and that's that. But I'm not rude and mean like that. I don't mind sharing my kitchen. Another thing to consider is wear and tear. Wear and tear on appliances, washer, dryer, wear and tear on stove, fridge. If they're opening it up 1,000 times, wear and tear on your freezer, wear and tear on your toilet. Not only are they jacking up the water bill and the heat and the hydro, but they're also putting wear and tear on all your appliances, because if you're not there and they are, they might want it a certain temperature versus the heat, and they're flushing the toilet 1,000 times. Maybe they got a piss problem or something or whatever. So it's good to split the bills, or you can go all inclusive and give them a deal. That's another thing. But having to share your living space really sucks. There's one more that just popped in my head. So there's all hours of the day they could be up, wear and tear on your stuff. They might like the heat set differently and the AC set differently than you. So, you know, you might come home and the heat could be cranked, it's boiling hot. Well, lucky for me, I have an Nest thermostat and I can lock it and set it to a certain temperature so that that person can't crank it more or less. You know, they're renting out your bedroom. They don't really have a whole say on your house. You know, if they're cold, I could turn up the heat a little bit to the point where I'm not boiling to death, but they can also get a plug-in heater for their room, right? It's one thing to complain about being hot, you hook up a fan, you're good, versus me trying to cool down my whole house when it's fucking 30 degrees outside if I'm gone for a week in the Bahamas or something. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, there's give and take. You have to understand that you're just renting a room. You don't get whole access to the house. I'm only speaking on this, but you know, you try not to butt heads, you try to keep space, you got to realize that they're around all the time. Certain things to consider when renting to a family member, or it could just be anyone in general. So if I missed something, leave it in the comments down below. I feel like I got most things. For the most part, it's not bad. It's extra income. You know, you just deal with it, I guess, and just know it's not forever. You know, people don't plan to stay forever in a bedroom, I'm sure of that, unless they're students that want to spend a couple years in school. And if you're gonna rent to someone other than family, try to rent to the same sex as you. Try to rent to around the same age as you. Someone mature that works, cleans up after themselves, that's tidy, doesn't have pets. Like, I'm very particular. I don't want any of that shit in my house. So someone that doesn't smoke. You know, they have to be as considerate, because it's your space, as you are considerate of them. And you being considerate is laying boundaries and telling them in advance your rules to your property. And if they don't like it, they can pound sand. They don't have to move in, but you need to let them know before they want to move in. Don't tell them after they moved in and then you're like, you changed everything, or blah blah blah, this and that. No, they need to know ahead of time all the rules that you have set, and if they don't like it, don't move in. Or you work, you know, you agree to disagree. You try to, like, be good about it. Like, hey, like, this seems a little unfair. Yeah, you're right, I can help you out there, blah blah blah, right? So I think I'm pretty fair. I'm fair with my price. I don't mind the extra cash. It's nice to have someone help pay down my mortgage. But do I really recommend it? Is it really worth the money? Well, if you're not getting along with that person, I don't think it's worth the money at all. Because you can totally live nice and peacefully and alone on your own property, in your own house, without any bullshit, but you have to front up all the money. Or this way, you get a little bit extra cash, you put up a little bit of crap, and you suck it up, buttercup, and get the extra cash. Anyways, folks, there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more renting videos as I try to upload not so often, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.